Hello, everybody. Chargels here, and welcome back to another episode of the Mega Park here in OpenRCT. It has been quite some time since my last episode was posted. It's been since September of 2024, so I took about a year and a half hiatus, just because I was a little burnt out, I guess you could say. Took a little break, I guess. It is a mega park after all. It's quite massive, and it was just a little overwhelming. So I'm like, I gotta do some other things. And I was looking at my YouTube channel again just to see like just looking at the stats and stuff and what I have been posting. So yeah, the last episode was episode 21, September 2024. My very first episode that I've ever posted on this channel was in July 2016. And that's just insane to me, because I was 17, and now I'm 27, and I've been doing YouTube for like a decade, which is really, really crazy. I mean, I know that like I've been doing it a long time, but I just don't remember doing it when I was 17. Like that was at the end of high school, or that was right. No, yeah, that was like right before my senior year of high school that I started my YouTube channel, and then mostly through college I was doing a lot of episodes, and wow, now here I am with a job and not doing school anymore. Well, crazy. But anyways, like I said, it's been a year and a half since my last episode, so just kind of a quick recap of what I've been up to. I will say that I live a pretty boring life, so I don't really have that many exciting things, but in the summer of 2025, last summer, I did obtain my skydiving license, which was kind of just a dream of mine to try to do, and I actually did not think it was going to happen, but I did over 30 solo skydives last year in the span of 3 months. Just kind of worked my way up to get my license, which I did. So that was fun, and then one of my jumps after I got my license, I broke my ankle during a landing. It was a bad landing, and maybe I'll show up on the screen here, potentially, what my ankle looked like right after the broken one, and then now what it currently looks like. So yes, I do have 10 screws in my right ankle now, and a plate, and I will say now it's been almost 11 months since my surgery, so I mean I'm able to run now. It gets a little bit more sore than my other ankle does, so I can tell that it's not quite, it's probably going to be like that for a while or maybe forever, I'm not sure, but I'm glad that I'm able to like run and, you know, kind of do my activities again, because when I did break my ankle, I could not walk for about 2 months, and then kind of just gradually got my way up to doing exercises again. But it's just crazy to live a life where you're skydiving all summer, and then suddenly you broke your ankle, and then you're stuck in bed watching movies all day. Yeah, so that was my life last year. So here we are now. I'm alive. I guess these days I'm kind of taking her easy. It's finally warm out. I live in Wisconsin, so it's cold all the time. It's snowing all the time. But now here we are. It's like really nice weather. I get to take some walks on the trails, kind of take it easy and exercise, have some fun, relax, and all that jazz. And now I'm finally back into this game again. I will say, because the file, my Mega Park file, has been chilling on my desktop for, I mean, it just chills on my desktop. So like every once in a while, I would say like, I don't know, several times a month when I'm just on my computer, I will just open up my park just to look at it. I don't even do anything to it. I don't add anything. I don't build anything. I'm just like looking at it. And I'm just like, do I get back into this game? And every single time I'm like, nah, not yet. I just can't, because I'm burnt out. But finally at in the middle of May, end of May, I'm like, you know what? I think it's time to do something again. So here we are in the middle of June, got episode 22, and I'm building 3 new coasters. I will say my skills are not quite as good as they were 2 to 3 years ago. just because, like, it's been a long time since I touched this game, so I was just kind of winging it. You know, I kind of had some ideas in mind. So yes, 3 coasters. We'll start with the first one that I'm currently not working on right now, because I'm talking a little bit behind right now. So the first one I built was that black and red swinging, what is it called? Suspended swinging coaster, which I named 21 Pilots, which, as a reminder, all of my rides, primarily the coasters, are going to be named after bands, musical groups, primarily from the 70s and 80s, because that's my wheelhouse. But this one I named 21 Pilots, which I know is a pretty popular band. I don't know how popular they are these days, but I don't know any of their songs, honestly. I don't know, but I just thought it was a good fit for that ride, because the suspended swinging coaster has the airplane cars, in which I added 3 trains at 7 cars per train to get you to 21. Simple math. So there's a little bit of symbolism there for 21 pilots. I do know that you can put, I believe, 4 guests per car, so I know you can't really get up to 21 through that, but I don't know, 7 times 3 to 21, I think it makes sense. It was kind of fun. I think it was like it kind of made sense to name it that, I guess you could say. Or if I had to name a coaster after a band, or after 21 Pilots, I would have to choose the one that you can have airplane cars. And off the top of my head, I forget if there's other airplane-looking cars on any coaster, but I just knew about the suspended swinging coaster, and I did not have a suspended swinging coaster yet in this park, so I was like, yeah, let's do it. So I did that, and I kind of weaved it through the Virginia reel. That's been sitting there for quite some time. That was built by Stu, our fellow friend and YouTuber as well, that does primarily scenarios and stuff. And the Virginia reel it's not my favorite coaster to build, so I'm glad that he got around to building it for me. I also kind of added some scenery, kind of blended everything together, because I didn't want to touch that area until I knew what I was going to do with it, because I knew I wanted to get a coaster kind of weaving through the Virginia reel just a little bit, and then after that I was able to do my scenery and trees and all that fun stuff. And then secondly, after that coaster, I built kind of at the same time a vertical drop coaster and a water coaster. That bright orange and yellow vertical drop coaster is called the Beach Boys, and then I have the water coaster, which is what is the band called? Creedence Clearwater Revival. I don't know much about either band. I was almost gonna say Clearwater Survival, but it's Revival. But they got a couple famous songs and stuff. But yeah, so I built three coasters in this park, and a water coaster is something that I never really build that often. So I don't know how realistic. I shouldn't even say that, because I don't do anything realistic anymore. This is just my scenery and coaster building skills are very wild and not realistic. But I kind of went back and forth between building the track and the water. Kind of had several chain lifts, so it can have several opportunities to dive down into the water. But yeah, I called it the Beach Boys and oh my gosh, Creed. What is it called? I'm losing my mind. Open Spotify. Creedence Clearwater Revival. Gosh, I gotta get that in my brain. So it has like the word water in the name of the band, and then I have the Beach Boys, so I kind of did like a beach water theme. I think it made sense to have those two next to each other. And I didn't really have that many tropical areas in this park yet. But I will say, like I said, my scenery is very wild and random, and I like to just use a variety of scenery that doesn't look good together, but somehow I kind of make it work, in my opinion. But yeah, it's just very wild, and I'm just winging it, I'm just improvising as I go. I'm like, what do I do here? Let's just slap a couple buildings there. But yeah, so now I'm kind of currently working on like the suspended swing coaster area, just getting a little bit of scenery in there rather than just kind of placing trees right away. I do a lot of landscaping in this episode. I will say, like, when I get to the landscaping of the vertical drop coaster and the water coaster area, my strategy going into it was a little weak. It was I should have started kind of in the middle and worked my way towards the outside, but I kind of started on the outside, and then I was having trouble finding the land to raise up. So I was kind of like struggling there a little bit. I just kind of, my strategy going into it, I wasn't really planning ahead, but I made it work. I made it happen. I made a really jumbled mess of a mountain and stuff, and it's very, very weird, very interesting coaster. But yeah, like I said, my strategy is just to use a variety of scenery. I kind of like to go towards the mine theme a lot. I really like just like the basic walls and roofs that the game provides, like in the default. The mine theme, the pirate theme. I used a little bit of the pagoda theming at one point, just to, because why not? You know, why not mess around with other types of scenery? I do know on my list I have like a spreadsheet of potential rides and band names that I have in the future. There's still a lot on the list, but I still have a lot in this park. I'm like probably 25% full in this park right now. But I do know that Asia is the name of a band and Europe is the name of a band, so it'd be kind of cool to have those two coasters kind of maybe kind of together, and use like the Asia and Europe theming, because I think that would really make sense. I did already built a coaster called America, because that is also the name of a band, but that's kind of a standalone wooden coaster on the opposite side of the park. But yeah, Asia and Europe. I don't know whether I do it dueling or just kind of intertwined in some way or form, or maybe kind of combining both themes. I'm not sure, or just simply have them kind of next to each other in the same area. We'll see. That might not even be for a while, but yeah. So that was kind of this episode. I just kind of built 3 coasters, and then I also built a mini golf here. Kind of forgot about that. I knew that I didn't really plan out my. I kind of built the vertical drop in the water coaster a little bit too far away from the suspended swinging coaster. I'm like, I have a little bit of room here, and I'd rather not just put a bunch of trees there. Like, what could I fit here? And I was like, you know, let me try mini golf. Mini golf, kind of funny. I named it Louis Armstrong because you need strong arms to play mini golf. Not really, but it kind of makes ish sense. Louis Armstrong, strong arms, because you use your arms to play mini golf. Doesn't really make sense, but I was like, it kind of fits. It's the best thing that it could possibly fit, because I'm kind of naming the flat rides after just like artists' names. And it's kind of, I kind of forgot what I named something so far. But like I said, I have a spreadsheet on what I have named so far and just other ideas and stuff. But yeah, mini golf, because I haven't had a mini golf yet. I'm not too knowledgeable on building mini golfs. I don't really build them often. But I kind of spread it out a little bit and made it kind of go up very high and around like a scenic waterfall area up top. I don't know. I was just kind of winging it. I was like, I think that looks okay. But yeah, I did kind of spread it out a lot. So I kind of forgot to do this. I was gonna look at like the guests' thoughts on it just to see if they want to get off mini golf because it's so long. Because I think I still only put 5 holes on it, but I don't know if guests get bored after a while. But typically mini golf is like 9 or 18 holes. This one's 5, so I can't imagine guests are going to complain about it, but I honestly also don't really care that much, because I do know, like, same thing with like queue lines. If you want a realistic park, which I know this one isn't, but if you want a realistic park, you make your queue lines pretty long, because that's how lines are in real life at amusement parks. They're like, I've been in line for coasters as long as to 3 hours in line. That's just how it is sometimes if it's a really popular coaster, but typically it's like an hour to 2 hours. And in this game, I guess, complains after 4 minutes being in line that they're standing in line too long. And then a nice red message pops up on the bottom of my screen saying, hey, you should shorten these things. I'm like, nah, bruh, it's fine. But yeah, a lot of landscaping done in this episode. That is one of my favorite things to do, is just to mess with the land and make random rock structures and then kind of toss a bunch of trees on it. I will say, when it comes to putting foliage down, that's like usually the last step. of anybody's strategy on building a ride is kind of do the scenery first, like the buildings and stuff, and then you kind of fill the gaps in with trees and shrubbery. I will say I don't really go super slow with the foliage. I kind of pretty much just spam and randomly place everything everywhere. I don't know, it kind of covers up a world of hurt sometimes if you don't want to put that many buildings around the coaster. You just kind of put a lot of trees, and it really like makes the coaster look really nice. But I made sure to add a little bit of water, and then I was a little. I had the idea to make like use like the, I don't know what you call it, the checker tile, the black and white checkers. It kind of reminds me of like a bathroom floor. I never used that, but I decided to try it out, and I kind of made those little random groups near the suspended swinging helixes. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I was like, why not? Let me just throw some different weird colors in here, because I'm weird and I like to do weird things. But yes, back at the vertical drop coaster and the water coaster, I wanted to kind of make it like a beach area. You know, I kind of made like a mountain thing, but I wanted to make sure there's like a nice, simple water and sand area that kind of resembled a beach. Just because the ride's called the Beach Boys, I need to probably have a beach at somewhere. But I kind of also made like a little dock area kind of near the queue line. Made sure I had some food and drinks and bathrooms in this area. Used a lot of the canvas tent. I forget what it's called, but the canvas roof. The name is escaping me, but I think that's what it's called. Just because it kind of looks like the most playful, and it looks like a fair, something that you would see like on a boardwalk. Which, I'm in Wisconsin, we have no boardwalks, so I'm don't really have that much real life experience seeing what these look like. But yeah, I made sure to tie in everything together with the look of that. And this area is a little bit more simple, just kind of a boardwalk area. But yeah, then I get to a lot of landscaping. But yeah, that's pretty much it in this episode. I'll probably just kind of throw on some music for the last 10 or so minutes here until the end of the episode. And yeah, feel free to jot down any comments on ideas and criticisms or what have yous, whatever. That'd be awesome. I'm obviously looking for ideas. Yeah, so that's it. And I hope to post episode 23, maybe hopefully another one by the end of June. We'll see. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.